This is the first village they come across. They move down the road towards Mosul and they're encountering pretty heavy resistance, returning fire with what they have, which are often blunt and old. Suddenly, there's panic. They spot a car, a suicide car bomb, racing towards them. It's ISIS. 1, 2 rockets try to hit it. The third is lucky. They give chase to one man, an ISIS fighter. He shoots a Peshmerga. Humvees rescue him and they hunt on. An ISIS fighter pops up from a tunnel, shoots. He blows himself up. A tenacity and desire to die that will surely slow and bloody the fight ahead. Casualty taken away. Down on the main objective, the road itself, ISIS sent 2 car bombs at them and attacked from both sides. The Iraqi military too at some point will have to push down here towards Mosul, but this has been an effort with much international support, a lot of coalition planning, American air power.
Shut the doors. Whoa.
Should be able to move. It's yours. Stay in the car now! ISIS still everywhere, even in the hills. They want this over. Fast. They've been waiting years to finally push through the lines and take on ISIS's brutality. And when the day came, it was still a dusty, slow grind. Peshmerga into the desert to flank a main road to Mosul. Distinctive American vehicles with Western occupants in their convoy. Airstrikes often hitting the places they were headed to first. Hopes ISIS might not fight for the tiny settlements around Mosul quickly dashed.
In the Islamic State-held city of Mosul, snipers, landmines, hunger and thirst await those attempting to leave. Staying, however, keeps them in the snare of the militant group, notorious for using civilians as shields in battle. Either way, Mosul residents are trapped, and the campaign to retake the city could drag on for months. The UN's Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs predicts the humanitarian operation in Mosul could be the world's largest and most complex of 2016. By UN estimates, the military campaign is expected to impact the city's entire population of approximately 1.5 million. About 200,000 people are expected to flee their homes in the first weeks of the campaign, but only 60,000 can be accommodated in the emergency tent camps set up in areas nearby. At least 250,000 more tents are under construction or planned. In addition, Reuters reported Tuesday the U.S. expects ISIS to use chemical weapons in the course of the offensive. More than 98,000 people, including U.S. soldiers and Iraqi security forces, are engaged in the fight against approximately 5,000 ISIS fighters. U.S. President Barack Obama on Tuesday acknowledged there is a difficult fight ahead, but asserted that the coalition will ultimately be successful. The International Organization for Migration says the aid effort could cost an estimated $347 million, but only half of that amount has been raised so far. Meanwhile, Julian King, the EU Commissioner for the Security Union, has urged European countries to prepare for returning jihadists if the Islamic State is driven out of Mosul. Speaking to a German newspaper on Tuesday, he said Europe must boost its border defense and increase its resilience to terrorism, stressing the threat posed by even a small number of ISIS members returning to Europe could be very serious. Raffaello Pantucci, the director of international security studies at the Royal United Service Institute, warned that ISIS has shown the capacity to send fighters back hidden among refugees entering Europe.